Hello there and welcome back to Villarreal Soccer Chats. I'm Lucy and as always I'm here with Thomas and our two super interns, Madeline and Marika.
Hello.
So we've got some big news here at Villarreal. Yesterday, Javi Calleja unfortunately was dismissed from the club. He's left us after just a year and a half.
Yeah, just about a season and a half, yeah.
Yeah, at the helm of the Submarine, and we've got a new manager, Luis Garcia Plaza. So we're going to tell you all about him in this podcast. But first, let's go back to Javi. And his last week with the Yellow Submarine was one with ups and downs. So we had two matches. Well, we didn't know it was his last week at the time, but there was an incredible high with the game against Almeria in the Copa del Rey that saw us go through to the next round. So obviously, we're very appreciative of Javi getting us through to the next round of the Cup. We'll have to continue in this competition without him, but we put in a great performance that night. Girls, you were both there as well. It was amazing, wasn't it?
Oh yes, this was a wonderful atmosphere, and it was just the players were in such a good mood, and you could see they were having fun playing. I'm sorry, and this was just what the results also shows.
I think it's one of the best games we've seen at the Estadio de la Cerámica for a long time, actually.
There was so much difference between the two teams.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we have to say Almeria are a second division team, and like Marika said, our players just all looked like they were just all on their game that day.
And they got their momentum going, so then it was just unstoppable from there.
Definitely. So obviously the star of the night was Tope Cambi. He scored 4 goals. Within like 20 minutes of each other. It was pretty crazy.
Perfect hat-trick there.
Yeah, just one after another, and we just couldn't believe it, really, could we?
It was mad.
Yeah, exactly. And then credit to Gerard Moreno coming off the bench as well. Pretty much as soon as he came onto the pitch, he scored. You could see that he was desperate to get on and get one for himself. So to have players like him, Samu, Pablo coming off the bench, you know, those three are so important for us, and obviously Pablo and Samu are really young rising stars, and we're just so glad that they're getting so many minutes at the moment.
It's also worth pointing out that the 8-0 was our biggest home victory, wasn't it? Alongside, it was a game we played against Newlands in the 80s. But
apart from a game back in the 80s, it was our biggest win, so thank you again to Javi for that. But then obviously the match against Celta in the league was not great for us. It's no secret that, you know, we expected to win and get the 3 points there. So now we're in 17th place, and obviously Javi's a coach that's always been with us. He started his coaching career here back in 2000. Back in I think 7 seasons ago.
7 years ago, yeah.
So with the under 16s. So he's been at Villarreal for a long time now. It's great when you have a coach like that leading your first team, who everybody knows at the club. He's such a great guy. You know, if you see him walking around the training ground, he just literally knows everyone. I don't think many clubs have that. So we're really sad to see him go. And obviously the match against Celta, we lost 3-2 at home. Credit to Carlos Baca though, he came off the bench in the last 10 minutes and scored 2 and nearly got a draw for us there.
We nearly got a third. Gerard Moreno hit the post in injury time.
I know, we jumped up for that one.
We jumped up in the press area.
We all jumped up, I think. We thought it had gone in and then it came back off the post. We performed brilliantly in those last 10 to 15 minutes. But the majority of the game was not what we wanted, obviously. So anyway, so Javi's left the club now. We wish him all the best for the future. He's been such a great manager, on and off the pitch. You know, we see him in the press conferences every week. But even if you see him, like I said, around the training ground, he's such a friendly guy. He's so nice. So we really wish him the best of luck because he deserves it. And in football nowadays, managers come and go so frequently. I don't know if he was expecting it. Obviously, he wanted to stay at Villarreal. He expressed that. But you know when the results aren't going your way that your days are numbered.
That's the football world. That results are important, and a club like Villarreal we want to be higher than 17th. And I think that people accepted that change had to happen. Sadly, it was Javi. He's a Villarreal legend, but the time was right, I think. Yeah,
I mean, as a player, he did so much for Villarreal, and as a manager, we can't forget that last season he was brilliant. He took over from Fran Escrivá when he was fired, and he didn't have any experience in the first division. He came up from our B team and he led the team brilliantly for the last part of the season. The highlight of that season was probably the win against Real Madrid away at the Bernabeu. That was the first time we've ever won there. So that was unbelievable, and to think that he did that, I think he'll take that away from this. He'll always be proud of that. And so, like I said, thank you so much for everything, Javi, and best of luck for the future. He was a great manager. But now, new beginnings, a new start, new era with our new manager, Luis Garcia Plaza. So let's talk a little bit about where he's been before this and his most recent team that he came from. So he was a manager of the Villarreal B team. So he's actually a manager that has been here before. He knows how the club works. That's really important. And he did really well with the B team back in the 2005-06 season. Nearly took us to he won the third division.
But
took us to Segunda.
No, because of the playoff system we didn't go up.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But we won the league and had 100 points, but because of the playoffs we didn't quite make it. But it was the best season they'd had for a while, and obviously he managed a number of good players who went on for good things, including Bruno Soriano, our captain. So
that's quite nice how that's come full circle. Obviously, Bruno, we have an article in the wings waiting to come out on Medium about Bruno, and obviously his story is so amazing. He's everything that the club represents, really. And so for a manager who's already coached him to come back, it's probably really great for Bruno as well, because he's trying to get back to full fitness at the moment. But his career has been pretty good. So some of the teams that he's worked for, girls, if you wanna tell us those.
So in his career as a player.
As a player.
As a player, he played for Atletico de Madrid and Rayo Vallecano in the B teams, and some other clubs in these areas. But he was never in the La Liga player. He never made that step, also because he had to retire as a player with 27 years due to a knee injury, after which he couldn't play anymore, and then he went into coaching, where he had, as we already mentioned, huge successes. And also with his last team, which was a Chinese one, Beijing Ren... I'm sorry.
The pronunciation of this team is quite difficult. Beijing
Renchu?
Yeah, something like that. Well done, Marika. So he's just come from that team.
Exactly.
So like Marika says, his playing career was cut short, unfortunately due to injury, but he did reach a very high level and played at some very prestigious clubs. And so he has the playing experience and now plenty of coaching experience as well.
I mean, obviously he was in Beijing and he took them up. He got them promoted. So, I mean, his recent club has success, and he has got La Liga experience with Getafe and with Levante, which Javi didn't have.
Yeah, he's got plenty of experience, and that will hopefully bode well for us. He's coached in Spain, in different countries, and China at the Super League now is one of the biggest leagues in the world.
You've got a lot of stars going there. Cedric Bakambu plays there.
So we're really, really happy to have him. We hope that he can turn things around. Like he said in his press conference yesterday, the most important thing now is to get out of the situation we're in. And with his backroom staff as well, they've come in with a lot of motivation and enthusiasm to get us out of this position. Like we said, we're in 17th place at the moment with only 14 points. So obviously this wasn't the start of the season that anybody wanted. So we're really optimistic for him, and we hope that he can bring us out of this rut and get us going for the second half of the season, especially because we're doing well in the Europa League. That will be his first test actually this Thursday. So we play against Spartak Moscow this Thursday at 7:00, and that will be his first match leading the team out there
in the Estadio de la Cerámica in Villarreal. So he has his proper welcome, hopefully.
It's the best welcome possible for him, and hopefully we can get a win as well. We're top of the group, but it's very tight, so we really need to win that game to go through to the next round. We're still alive in the Copa del Rey as well. So really, we are struggling in La Liga, but there's plenty of the league to play. So I think it's the right time for him to start with us, and we really hope that he can change the situation here.
We've got until Christmas. He's got 2 nights before Christmas, and he's got a long Christmas period to sort it out. And then hopefully we start with a win on Thursday, and then hopefully onwards and upwards.
Yes, definitely. So come on, Luis Garcia Plaza, you can do it. We're all behind you. Okay, well, tune in on Thursday. We'll be talking about our Europa League clash against Spartak Moscow, match day 6 of 6, so the last group game. So thanks for listening, and we'll speak to you again soon. Bye.
See you next week.